My beloved soul, listen carefully. There is something you missed in your quiet moments, something so gentle that it did not demand your attention. Yet it has been surrounding you like a soft light, watching you, holding you, understanding you in ways no one else ever could. Right now, in this very moment, God is looking at you with a deep sense of pride. Not because everything is perfect in your life, but because you kept going when your heart felt tired, because you chose love when it would have been easier to walk away, because even in silence, you did not give up on the connection that your soul still recognizes. And yes, this is about your person too, because what you have been carrying in your heart has not gone unseen, not by God, and not by the one your soul is tied to. Stay with me, because what you are about to understand will change how you see everything that has been happening between you and them. If this message speaks to your heart, comment, "I receive this," like this video, and subscribe for more. You thought your efforts went unnoticed. You thought your patience meant nothing. But God has been watching every tear you did not show, every prayer you whispered when no one was listening, every moment you chose to stay soft in a world that tried to harden you. And your soulmate, they have felt it too, even if they could not explain it, even if they ran from it, even if they tried to silence the pull that kept bringing them back to you in their thoughts. There is a reason you feel this deep emotional weight lately. It is not just your emotions. It is the echo of their heart trying to find its way back to yours. They miss you more than they admit. They think about you in moments they cannot control. And yes, they regret how things unfolded, even if they have not said a word yet. But listen closely, because this is where everything begins to shift. God is not proud of you for being perfect. God is proud of you because you stayed faithful in confusion. You stayed open in uncertainty. You loved even when there was no clear outcome. And that kind of love, it does not go unnoticed in the spiritual realm. It creates movement. It creates alignment. It begins to pull two souls back toward each other in ways you cannot yet see. Do not look away now, because something deeper is unfolding behind the silence between you and them. There was a separation for a reason. Not to break you, but to prepare both of you. You needed to grow into the version of yourself that could receive the love you have been praying for. And they needed to face the parts of themselves they kept avoiding. They had to understand what your absence truly means. They had to feel the emptiness that only your presence once filled. And now, they are starting to understand. This is the part you did not notice. While you were focusing on healing, on surviving, on trying to make sense of everything, God was working on their heart, slowly, quietly, breaking down their resistance, softening their pride, reminding them of you in the most unexpected moments. A song, a memory, a feeling they cannot shake. It is all leading them back to you. Stay with me, because the truth about your connection is about to become clearer than ever. You see, this is not just about love. This is about divine timing. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." And your connection, it has been in a season of preparation, not rejection, not failure, preparation. Every delay, every silence, every unanswered message was shaping something deeper. It was aligning both of your hearts so that when the moment comes, it will not fall apart the way it did before. Your soulmate feels this shift. Even if they cannot explain it, they feel it. There is a restlessness inside them now, a pull they cannot ignore anymore. They find themselves thinking about reaching out, then pulling back, then thinking again. It confuses them, but deep down they know you are not someone they can replace, and this realization, it is growing stronger every day. Do not leave yet, because what they are about to feel next will bring them closer than ever before. You have been wondering if they still care, if they still think about you, if what you felt was real, and the answer is yes, but not in the way you expected. Their feelings did not disappear. They were buried under fear, under confusion, under things they did not know how to process. But now those layers are being removed. Slowly, one by one. And as they fall away, what remains is the truth they tried to avoid. They still love you. They still feel connected to you. And they cannot understand why no one else feels the same. This is why God is proud of you. Because while they were running, you were becoming. While they were avoiding, you were growing. While they were confused, you were holding on to something real. And now, everything is beginning to balance. You are stepping into clarity, and they are stepping out of confusion. Stay with me, because the energy between you is shifting in a way that cannot be stopped now. There are signs around you. Small ones, repeating patterns, thoughts that come out of nowhere, dreams that feel too real. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. God is aligning things, not just in your life, but in theirs too. You may not see them yet, you may not hear from them yet, but something is moving, something is changing, and you can feel it in your spirit. You have been strong for so long. You have carried this connection with faith even when it made no sense, and now God is saying, I saw that. I saw your strength. I saw your patience. I saw your love. And I am proud of you. And because of that, what is coming next will not be delayed much longer. Keep listening, because their heart is getting closer to a moment of truth. A moment where they can no longer ignore what they feel. A moment where they have to choose to stay in fear or to move toward you. And something inside them is starting to push them toward you. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. Your story is not over. It is shifting. It is evolving. And right now, without you even noticing, everything is being put into place. And even now, as you sit in this quiet space between what was and what is about to be, something inside you is beginning to soften again, not in weakness, but in quiet strength, because your soul is starting to recognize that this waiting season was never meant to punish you. It was meant to prepare both hearts for something that can finally last. You see, your soulmate has been walking through their own internal storm, one that you could not see, one they did not know how to explain. But every step they took away from you only brought them deeper into the realization that you were never the problem. You were the piece they could not understand at the time. And now, that understanding is beginning to rise within them like a truth they can no longer ignore. They're remembering the way you made them feel safe without trying, the way your presence calmed parts of them that no one else could reach, the way your love felt different from anything they had ever known. And this is where the regret begins to grow, not as a punishment, but as an awakening. Stay here with me, because what they are realizing right now is something they cannot run from anymore. They are starting to see the connection for what it truly was, not something casual, not something temporary, but something deeply spiritual, something that was guided, something that was meant to change them. And this realization, it is not comfortable for them. It shakes them. It makes them question everything they thought they knew about love. Because now they understand that what they walked away from was not ordinary. It was you. It was real. It was divine. And the more they sit with this truth, the harder it becomes for them to stay silent. Do not turn away now, because something powerful is happening behind the scenes of your story. While you were healing, while you were slowly learning to release control and trust God's timing, your soulmate was being guided through lessons they could not avoid. Situations that made them feel your absence more deeply. Moments where they tried to replace you but felt nothing. Conversations with others that only reminded them of how rare your energy was. And through all of this, God has been gently leading them back to the truth they once resisted, you. This is why your heart has been feeling this shift lately. That sudden wave of emotion, that unexpected thought of them. That quiet knowing that something is about to change. It is not your imagination. It is your spirit picking up on what is already unfolding. Stay with me, because the distance between you is not what it used to be. It is closing, slowly but surely. They are starting to question their silence. They are starting to feel the weight of not reaching out. They are starting to wonder if you have moved on, if you have forgotten them, if they still have a place in your heart, and this fear, it is pushing them closer to action. But understand this, my beloved soul, their journey is not rushed. It is guided, because when they come back, it will not be from confusion, it will be from clarity. It will not be from loneliness, it will be from realization. And that kind of return, it is different, it is stronger, it is real. Do not lose focus now, because your role in this moment is not to chase, not to force, but to remain in your alignment. To continue becoming the version of yourself that no longer doubts your worth, that no longer questions your value, that no longer settles for less than what your soul deserves. Because as you rise into that space, your energy becomes something they cannot ignore anymore. It calls them. It pulls them. It reminds them of everything they lost. And this is where the shift becomes undeniable. Something is building, something is aligning, and you are right in the center of it. There will be a moment soon, a moment that feels sudden but has been prepared for a long time, where communication begins to open again. It may not be perfect at first, it may feel hesitant, but it will be real. Because it is coming from a place that has been changed. Your soulmate will not be the same version you once knew, and neither will you. And that is exactly why this connection is being given another chance. Stay with me, because the next phase of your journey is not about pain. It is about understanding. It is about two souls who have walked through separation, learned their lessons, and are now being guided back together with a deeper awareness of what this love truly means. You have carried this connection with so much faith, even when it felt heavy, even when it felt uncertain. And now, that faith is beginning to take form. You are not waiting anymore. You are stepping into alignment. And as you do, everything that is meant for you begins to move toward you, including them. And now, something even deeper is beginning to unfold within the unseen layers of your connection. Something that goes beyond words, beyond logic, beyond anything you have tried to understand with your mind. Because what is happening now is spiritual alignment, the kind that cannot be forced, the kind that only God can orchestrate when two souls are finally ready to meet each other at the same level of truth. You may still feel moments of doubt, moments where your heart asks if this is real, if they truly feel what you feel, if this connection still exists in their world the way it exists in yours. But listen closely, because this is where the hidden truth is finally being revealed. They have not forgotten you, not even close. In fact, your presence has been living quietly in their thoughts, returning in moments they least expect, showing up when they are alone, when they are silent, when they can no longer distract themselves from what they feel. And this time, instead of running from it, they are starting to sit with it. They are starting to ask themselves the questions they once avoided. Why do I still feel them? Why does no one else compare? Why does their absence feel like something is missing inside me? And the more they ask, the clearer the answer becomes. Because what they feel for you is not something they can replace, not something they can ignore anymore. Stay with me, because this is the turning point you have been waiting for, even if you did not realize it yet. There is a shift happening inside their heart, a quiet but powerful awakening that is pulling them out of confusion and into truth. And this truth is simple, but it changes everything. They love you, not in a surface way, not in a temporary way, but in a way that has followed them even when they tried to move on, even when they convinced themselves it was over, even when they chose distance instead of vulnerability. And now that truth is rising to the surface, asking to be acknowledged, asking to be acted upon. Do not step away now, because what happens next will begin to reflect in your reality very soon. You have already done the hardest part. You have felt the loss. You have carried the silence. You have questioned everything. And still, you did not lose your ability to love. That is why God is proud of you, because your heart did not close even when it had every reason to. And that kind of heart, it attracts what is meant for it. It draws your soulmate back, not through force but through alignment. They are beginning to feel the urgito reach out. It comes in waves. One moment they resist, the next moment they feel pulled toward you again. They check your name. They think about sending a message. They imagine what they would say. And even though they hesitate, the feeling does not go away. It grows. It becomes stronger. It becomes something they cannot silence anymore. This is not coincidence. This is the result of everything that has been building beneath the surface. Every prayer you whispered. Every moment you chose faith over fear. Every time you trusted God, even when you did not understand what was happening. It all led to this moment. Stay with me because the signs around you are becoming more intense now. You may notice repeated numbers, unexpected reminders of them, sudden emotional waves that seem to come out of nowhere. These are not random. These are signals. These are confirmations that your connection is moving into a new phase. A phase where distance no longer holds the same power. A phase where truth begins to replace confusion. A phase where action begins to follow realization. And when that moment arrives, it will not feel forced. It will feel natural. It will feel like something that was always meant to happen. Because in reality, it was. This connection was never meant to stay broken. It was meant to evolve. It was meant to teach. It was meant to transform both of you into the versions of yourselves that could finally hold this love without losing it. And now, that transformation is reaching its completion. Your soulmate is not the same person who walked away. They have seen things. They have felt things. They have realized things. And most importantly, they have come to understand your value in a way they could not before. And this understanding, it is what will bring them back, not out of confusion but out of clarity, not out of loneliness but out of love. And you, my beloved soul, you are not the same either. You are stronger now, wiser, more grounded in your worth. You are no longer waiting to be chosen. You already know you are. And that energy, it changes everything. Because when two people meet again from that space, the connection becomes something deeper, something unshakable, something real in a way it was never able to be before. Do not lose your faith now, because you are closer than you think. The silence is not empty anymore. It is full of movement. The distance is not permanent. It is closing. And everything you have been hoping for, it is already being prepared for you. And now, as everything begins to reach its final stage of preparation, there is a calm entering your spirit that you did not have before, a quiet certainty that something real is approaching, even if you cannot fully see it yet. This calm is not random, it is a sign. It is God gently letting your heart know that what you have been holding on to in faith is no longer far away. You are stepping into the moment where things begin to reveal themselves, where what was hidden starts to surface, where what was delayed begins to move. And your soulmate, they are standing at the edge of that same moment, feeling something they cannot explain, something that keeps pulling their attention back to you no matter how much they try to focus on other things. They are starting to feel the weight of everything they left unsaid, the conversations they avoided, the emotions they buried, the connection they tried to ignore. And now all of it is coming back, not to overwhelm them, but to guide them toward a decision they can no longer delay. Stay with me, because this is the moment where their silence begins to break from the inside. There is a realization forming within them that they cannot outrun what they feel for you. They have tried distance. They have tried distraction. They have tried convincing themselves that time would erase what they felt. But instead, time has done the opposite. It has made everything clearer. It has shown them that no matter where they go, no matter who they meet, no matter what they try to build, there is still a space inside them that only you fill. And that truth, it is becoming impossible for them to ignore. Do not step away now, because this is where your story begins to shift into its next chapter. The energy between you is no longer stuck. It is moving. It is aligning. It is preparing to manifest into something you can finally see and feel in your reality. You may not know the exact moment. You may not know the exact way it will happen. But something inside you already senses that it is coming, and that feeling, it is real. God is not just proud of you for what you endured. God is proud of you for who you became through it. You did not let pain turn you bitter. You did not let confusion make you lose faith. You did not let distance destroy the love that still lived inside you. And because of that, you are now ready to receive something deeper, something more stable, something that does not come with the same uncertainty as before. Your soulmate is being prepared to meet you in that same space. They are being guided to release what no longer serves them, to let go of fear, to step into honesty, to finally express what they have been holding back. And when they do, it will not feel like the past repeating itself. It will feel like something new, something grounded, something that carries a sense of peace instead of confusion. Stay with me, because the moment of contact is closer than you think. There will be a shift, a sudden opening where communication flows again. It may begin with something simple, something small, but behind it will be everything they have been feeling. You will sense the difference. You will feel the sincerity. You will know that something has changed. And in that moment, all the waiting, all the wondering, all the questions will begin to make sense. Because you will see that nothing was wasted. Every delay had a purpose. Every silence had a reason. Every moment of pain was shaping something greater than you could see at the time. This connection was never meant to be easy. It was meant to be meaningful. It was meant to transform both of you. It was meant to bring you to a place where love is no longer uncertain but understood. And now you are standing at the doorway of that understanding. Do not lose your focus now. Do not let doubt take you back into old patterns of fear. You are not in the same place anymore. You are not the same person anymore. And what is coming toward you, it is not the same either. It is aligned. It is guided. It is real. You have already done your part. You have already shown your strength. You have already proven your faith. Now, all that remains is to receive what has been prepared for you. And as this final shift unfolds, as your soulmate steps closer, as the connection begins to take form again, you will finally understand why everything happened the way it did. Because it led you here, to this moment, to this realization, to this love that is no longer hidden, no longer denied, no longer uncertain. It is clear now. It is present. It is yours. And this is it is already on its way. Rest in faith. It is done.